Okay, so topic of today is how to be in the knowing place, or how to get to a place where we are in a flow, where we can get direction real time, and where we know that what we're hearing is the direction that is actually we want. So I can tell you my experience with that. To get, we got another vote for knowing. It's all about, of course, the relationship and spending enough time within the sea of love and within the relationship to learn the subtle nuances of your higher being, and your higher being immersed in divine love. And we get our inner ears and eyes tuned up when we spend time, because the spending of the time floats to the surface the noise. And the noise is oftentimes it's our brain thinking. It really is all the time our brain thinking, asking, when we're in a place and we're needing the next step, for example, or we're needing clear direction. I really sense that this is something I should do. The sensing, and first of all, just to clarify, when we spend time and we have a powerful relationship and we've committed ourselves to the relationship and to the intimacy of it, and spending time and having the conversation, then as we go about our day, we're in a constant conversation. Being in the knowing place, what I'm going to talk about tonight is for really big things that will be shifting your life. Because the day-to-day stuff, you're in the conversation already. The big issues don't just kaboom land in our life. We're thinking about, for example, my business needed to evolve, and how is that going to come to pass, and what is it going to evolve to, and all of that turmoil within myself, what is that going to look like? Those are all valid questions, but they're really questions from my mind, because my mind doesn't know what's coming next and stuff like that, and wasn't in a place of real trusting all of a sudden. So when I sense that there's a big change coming down the road in my life, I sense it in my gut, and I sense it in my intuition. So I get a feeling, but it's not an emotion. It's an intuitive feeling. It's a knowing. When something's an emotion, there's still doubt, and it's a different energy. A knowing is like a deep river flowing deep, really deep, steady. You know that you know. And you don't have all the answers, but you're hearing from the depths of your being that a change needs to take place in something that you are involved in, say a job, or even a relationship, or a move. Because we tickle ourselves with ideas. What are the potentials and possibilities out there for me? And I've always had a passion to live in a different part of the country, or to do something else, but I just can't see it. We tickle our inner self with these ideas, and then they start to sort of sink down in and grow a little bit, because they're probably already in there. So we're watering the seed and it's starting to grow. And so out of that, we're like, I'm starting to sense that There needs to be a shift and change. It's not just a thought for today. It's something that is sticking to me. It's sticking to me. It's coming back. I'm rolling it around, like marbles, but I'm not able to solve it in my thoughts. And so I'm rolling it around, and then I'm putting it aside, and it comes and back, finds me again. So then I settle in with that, and I'm like, okay, my business definitely needed to evolve and change. And so what about that is impeding my hearing? So for me, the things that were questions that kept coming, the marbles, if we wanted to name the marbles that were rolling around in this gumball machine, were how can I do that financially? Whatever it is. And what am I going to do? Just stop? And then what am I going to do? And, just the thinking mind thoughts. And if it's not a movement practice, I have this big investment in movement practice. So then what is it going to be? And what does starting over look like in my life right now? And so I wrote down I named the marbles. I named the questions, and then I broke them down. Like, okay, what about the financial aspect is concerning to me? There's the obvious, yes, but what in my divine self is underdeveloped that this is bothering me? Because the reality is, I'm a divine being. I'm a drop out of the ocean. All the attributes of the divine, freedom, joy, love, abundance, wholeness, wellness, peace, are available within me, for me, and are birthright. They're attributes of my life. So I need to develop that muscle. Perhaps I need to flesh out the historical, the training in my mind that is unable to attach to, it doesn't matter because everything I need is here for me now. So I spent time removing that noise from the project. So I settled in. Everything I need is here for me now. Now that took a while for me to work through those things. It wasn't like, boom, but I owned, I still own, I now own the attribute of abundance, of being taken care of being on a team. I am co-creating my life with the creator. And I'm on a powerful team. And so all those things are not aspects I need to turn into worry and fear, because that just clouds everything. And then another marvel is, what's it going to look like? And so I rolled some things around, what brings me joy, what really brings me joy in my life. And what does that look like right now? And so I drew a picture, so to speak, of the concept that I knew I needed to do, the big questions in that concept, and then I broke those questions out and resolved the fear and doubt that belonged in each one of them. And it really is our life, and our process here is really a surrendering of, holding on to everything so tightly, and not letting go and letting things evolve. So that it's a commitment and it's a choice. So over the course of a little bit, then I was like, okay, I would look inside and say, do I need to close my business? Like, do I need to, and I kept getting, you need to be done completely to get the next thing. And so I really needed to work out the trust issue. of the relationship. If I'm in a co-creation with the creator, then there needs to be the trust there. So all of these points, you're like, get to the part where I hear the words. But all of these cloud the words. All of these questions are out of our mind and are part of our life. So they cloud they plug up our ears and they cloud the vision of what we can see. And we are divine. We must walk in every aspect of that. So as we're making decisions and we're wanting to hear, and we're wanting to be in that peaceful knowing place where I'm in the moment. I am in the moment. And it's good. And I'm not thinking about my food and my bed and my bank account. I honestly am not at all. And so I resolved that. I asked for help from the divine within, from myself. I asked for help, and I listened, and I remained open to the help that was provided for me. I didn't say help has to come this way, help has to come that way. I took off for the weekend and said, I need to resolve this trust issue once and for all. And I was open and listening, and I had experiences that cemented in me. I absolutely trust the power within me and all around me. And so then I said, okay, I gotta close. Are you sure? Yes, because there's no judgment. It's like whatever it takes for Audrey to get there, it's okay. If I wanted to go around the track again and reopen, it's okay. It's all there for me. Whatever I need to keep doing to come to the resolve of owning my life and being complete within myself is what it's going to take, and it's all good. So then I look inside. So it's like an enormous stone. It's a sense of solidity within my being that I look into with my inner eye, and I say, is there something I should be doing? And it's a knowing. It's a no. It's not a word. It's a no. I just know it. Like, it's all good. You're right there. And so I should I be looking for a place to live? No. Should I be doing some online training? No. Like, exactly what you need is going to be there for you in the moment that you need it. And this is my exercise right now. So developing the relationship enough that we sense our inner being, we sense it connected with the high being, and we are hearing through our intuitive sense, and I'm hearing through my inner ear. And I do hear audible words. I do have conversations. I also have pictures and visions and dreams. But in my day-to-day life, I am experiencing a powerful connection with my future through my present, being in the now. And I am looking in, and I have nothing but confidence and peace. And so I'm going with that. If we're just, I don't even know what's next in my life, and I have a lot of fear about it or a lot of questions, resolve the noise. At least get the noise down to something you can take into the meeting with you that can be dealt with. If you want to, whatever it is, move away, is now the time to move. Your brain's going to be like, no, whatever. We have to discern what the brain is saying and what the heart is saying, what the intuition is saying. And I have found that there's a different feeling between the two. The brain trying to solve my life through the known experiences feels a lot different than the knowing within my being. I can tell when my mind is over here and out of alignment with my heart, because my mind is like, do. You need to do something. You need to take action. You need to, what about this? Let me throw an idea up that might give you some fear or something. Like that's all over here, and it feels shallow, and it feels without depth. When I'm here in the head is at peace. My mind is at peace over the top of my heart. It's not going in any direction. It's peacefully waiting for the cues to come out of my heart through my mind. Then it's a profound knowing. I know that I know. And whatever it is, I'm going to know what it is when it's time to know it. And I did know for a long time, even before COVID, I needed to change my business. But I just couldn't take it to the next step. So being in a place of knowing so that we can hear and have confidence in what we're hearing is all about the intimacy of the relationship and the trust that's there, and knowing that there's no judgment, that the highest and best expression of ourselves, that's the desire of each one of our heart, I'm guessing. So if we're moving in the direction of the highest and best for our life, that's our choice and that's our intention. We're going to get clarity about that. But also things can seem unknown because we have limited vision. I could not see, and have discovered in the last day or so, I'm not able to see what it is that's there for me in a practice that I will be doing. What I thought it was going to be was limited. And so, but that's all I could think of. So I thought about what I could think of, and I kept thinking about it has to be mentoring, it has to be whatever. And then that door closed inside of my intuition, inside of my heart, and another space opened up, but I don't know what it is. And I just keep getting, it's happening, and you'll see it, you'll understand it when you need to. Those come through as it's words without words. It's like it's different in every person. We all have the ability to receive messages, and we just develop how it expresses through us. But I get sentences, I get pictures, I get emotion, sensing, knowing. I know it is from my deep inner being coming through, from the divine through my deep inner being into my mind, and then formulating into something I understand, because it is eternal. It feels eternal, expansive, natural, organic to me, peaceful. I don't even care about things I used to care about being in this space. So for me, that is my experience. And that is a relationship I had to work on, and a language I had to get familiar with and not be afraid of. A lot of teaching in my life was That was, you don't know which spirit you're listening to or whatever. Well, you absolutely know when it's coming from within you and through you. And it is good. It is good because everything from the divine is good. Everything. Every expression for our life is for our good, is good. It's good for us. And we get so caught up in being afraid that, reaching for the next step, it's going to be something bad or painful or hurtful, or we're going to have a disaster, or we're going to suffer, and all of that. And that's our mind. That's our mind. Pain is pain. Suffering is optional. Suffering is a concept that we have attached to and created as something that is required. We might feel pain and struggle because we just keep going around until we get to a place where we're open enough to take a risk on growth. We can grow with intention, or we can bounce around till we body slam ourselves into the ground. So we don't have to always grow through negative experiences. We can grow through desire for more, desire for a deeper relationship, desire for a more divinely expressive life, desire for a more life, the fulfillment of our dreams. All of that is fertile ground that's the absolute desire of our Creator, is that we reach for our divine self-expression, that we open. Creation is discovering itself through its created being. We are opening to the divine to flow through. And the fingerprint that touches the earth through this vessel will be mine, my personality, how it pours out through this life. It will be special to me, because it's wired in me, and I am special, and I am unique and special. So my passions and desires are passions and desires born out of my heart and out of my soul. And so they will come into this earthly realm through my style of expression and through my spiritual fingerprint. But it is not me. It is the divine powering through my higher being and it out. I am surrendering, and I am one with my Creator, and that is the knowing place. It is knowing there because I am known. I'm known and I belong there. And so I'm tapped in, and so that's knowing. If that makes sense. And if I can clarify something, unmute and ask me. Okay, so everybody unmute yourself. I can't do it. All right, does anybody have a question about that?
What did you find was the easiest way to flush out the past marbles?
You need to recognize what they are. You're either going to have to completely steep yourself in divine love with the intention of purification, and then as things float to the surface, let them go. Or you can go after it and question yourself. Do I have peace in my body, or am I feeling any low-level emotion? When I think about making a change, what do I feel inside? Is it fear? What is it fear about? Is it fear about, it's usually fear about some form of lack, right? Is it fear about losing something? Is it fear about, failure? Like what is taking the freedom away from the concept of, or the ability to dream? What's inhibiting the ability to dream freely and completely? What keeps poking up through the ground of that? I'd really love to do this, and then this little voice will go, yeah, but you're not smart enough, or you didn't go to school, or how are you going to do that, or how are you going to figure that out? Like that's what you pay attention to. Those are like mosquitoes, and they keep coming around. Write it down. Write it down. It might come down to one concept or two concepts, or just be like, I want the highest and best for my life, and I'm going to work this relationship until it is organic and free and natural for me. And then a lot of things will fall away through that process. But fear concepts about our success and our ability to create and our ability for freedom, all of that, they're huge. And oftentimes they're not even in the forefront. They're in the background, stepping on our feet. So, or I tried that. I tried trusting and it didn't work out for me. Well, maybe it did work out for you, because it didn't come to you exactly how we're not placing orders with eternity. We're building a life and we're creating. And as we place our concept on paper or into eternity, we place the concept of our desire, it evolves. It evolves. And, it gets bigger and it gets more expansive. And, like I said, I thought I knew what I was going to be doing, but that's not it. It's better and something I can't even think about. But it's there, right? I sense it. So a willingness to co-create, because you are limited in what you know, and your highest being and the eternal being are not limited. They're unlimited. So it's a willingness to take instruction, to take a new vision, to look at everything that shows up as a sign. Let's just look at it and see if it shifts and changes, because we're not placing, I would please like this, or that, and the other thing, and fries, and I'm not interested if there's a better meal for me. I want this meal. That's not co-creation. And you could get that meal with the fries and then go along and then be like, oh, this wasn't quite it. Now I'm going to go for it. I'm going to upgrade my meal, right? Or we can be pliable and a team and build an expression together, and not necessarily have to keep inching up. Either way is good. It's all good. There's no bad. It's all good. There's no wrong. But it's all about being immersed in the one who knows us, because that's where knowing comes from. We're known. And it's moment by moment intention to that it's real. First of all, you have to decide that relationship is real, and that it holds eternity in you and all around you. And then we go into the playground and we play around and we figure it out. But this is the picture I can see. Is there more for me? Help me to be able to hear better. What truths and beliefs inside myself are affecting my ability to hear? Am I hearing but blocking it out based on some concept that I have attached to as real for me? That may not be truth at all. It's being open to that mirror, looking in the mirror of life as it's looking back at you. What am I seeing? How do I have a deeper walk? I mean, that's my mantra. That's my passion, but that's me. That's my me. How do I be a better whatever you're being? Because being a better whatever I'm being is drawing me into more joy, more joy, more divine, more perfect expression, and more freedom of divine moving through you. We are the hands, the mouth, the eyes. We are uh, the means that eternity touches the earth. It comes through us because we are divine. It comes through us into the lives of others. It doesn't fall down on our head. And our own life is first birthed through us first. That opens the channel. we flesh out all of the concepts and all of the doubt and all of the concerns that we have. We flesh out amongst out of ourselves as we're allowing our own expression to have access to flow through. So understanding what's going on through analysis is a really good way of seeing what the marbles are. But when we're having it, when we're talking, if I go up to someone and I go, "What's going on with you?" I could have already decided I know, and anything that comes out of their mouth, I'm not listening to, right? So we go into the divine with, here I am, and here's my sensing, here's my feelings about this, here's my concept. Let's draw this picture together, and let's have a deeper walk in the process. Let's become more one.
Thank you.
Did that answer your question?
Yeah.
Does everyone have a concept of that they can know, they can get answers that are clear? It's not a guessing game or it's not gambling. Every question has an answer. Every question has an answer. I was talking to Devine about love for a long period of time, and everywhere I looked, the clouds were shaped like hearts. I'd look at a tree and it would be shaped like a heart, or the hole in the tree would be shaped like, I couldn't go anywhere without seeing hearts. And then after a few days, I was like, get a clue, Pike. So I started paying a lot more attention. The divine is everything. Divine is speaking to us through everything. But we have to be willing to see through open eyes and through our heart, right? It's kind of like Job. At the end, he said, I thought I knew you, but now I see you with the spiritual eye, the eye of the heart. That is the difference between knowing and thinking. And you don't have to have that hellacious experience to get there. But that's the difference. We think we know, but we break down the knowing into being. We are being divine. We are being love. We are being freedom. We are being abundance, because we are being the passion and desires within us as they're birthing forth, as we're seeking them out, as we're allowing ourselves to dream that thing inside me is really could really happen. I could be talking moment by moment with the divine. Wow. Who doesn't want that? No judgment. There's no judgment. We must lose all the judgment of ourselves and others to get there. You know, at the limit, the ability to receive is the ability we receive, you know. So, anyway, are we all good? Do we want to meditate? Yes, okay. You guys can write me notes in case you didn't know that. And they pop up at the bottom. So we're going to have a meditation, and I want to do something. We're going to go into the sea of love. We're just going to, I retract that. I'm going to do that next week. We're just going to be in love and opening. So when we're in there and you find yourself drifting out of your body and your mind and you're floating in the sea of love, open yourself to have the intention of hearing and seeing in all the ways that are possible for you to hear and see. From tonight forward. And then you'll be getting treasures and you'll be surprised. So get comfy. Begin with your breath. Breathing in and out of your heart. Breathing in and out. Soften your body. Release your mind to just relax. Open your heart. Open your heart to receive love flowing in and out. Filling the space within you and all around you. Feeling that love in you, letting it flow all around you, fully supported, lifted up, floating. With every breath, get lighter, softer. Receive the possibility of hearing beyond your thinking, hearing with your whole being, hearing and receiving through your energy, through words, through sensing, through looking. You are all receiving right now. Divine is speaking to each one of you right now. It is different than your thinking mind. It is softer, quieter. It is sure-footed within you. If you have a question, let it float into the space around you. Ask your question. Make the intention of receiving the answer. Even if it's different. Even if it's different than the answer you think you want. We ask because we don't know. Ask the question and become open. The answers are floating around you, landing within you. The answer is in you. It is all around you. Each one of you, put your hand over your heart. Feel gratitude. Feel gratitude for the portal to eternity. Gratitude for the answers you just received. Gratitude for your beautiful life. For the magnificent heart beating under your hand. Connection to eternity. Now take a deep breath. Reconnect with yourself. When you're ready, open your eyes and